Hey, good afternoon, everybody, from the non-racist state of Kentucky. Yeah, I know the YouTube algorithm's not going to like that. Turns out that I'm eligible to reapply for monetization. I'm going to shoot it down. It's overrated. They use it to try to control your content, and I don't agree with a lot of the values of the crap that they advertise. I'm just a guy. Absolutely nobody, and I'm happy with that. I'm just a working class stiff like all of the rest of you watching this channel and other ones like it. 2024 is going to be a bumpy ride. They're shutting the lights off. They're not going to let this election happen. The Great Reset. Agenda 2030. You'll own nothing and be completely happy. What an amazing feat, huh? I got a video I'm going to put up on a VMAT2 gene that they claim they isolate in certain people that can control behavior. I think you might find that one interesting. I don't care about the algorithm. I'm going to put it on YouTube, then I'm going to put it on Rumble because I expect that they're going to make channels like this slowly disappear. I follow Doug and Stacy. You know, those guys, they got some pretty reliable information, and they've been taking subscribers away from them. They already took over 700 away from me. As soon as I put up a video, they start ticking off again, one at a time. So I don't care. Nazi fruitcakes, that's all they are. I'm talking about you, YouTube moderators. I don't care. You know, I'm watching this thing going down with Tucker Carlson interviewing Putin. I don't see a problem with it. You know, I think he's one of the very few guys left in media that has any credibility. All these other news stations that are going on about it, they're all controlled. They're government mouthpieces. They don't even believe what they're telling you, but they're doing it for a paycheck. It's interesting how Barbara Walters and a dozen other people interviewed Putin several times over the past, decade or so, but, suddenly Tucker's a Nazi because there's going to be something come out of that they don't want you to hear. They've been talking about Trump carrying water for Putin. He's a Nazi. He's a Nazi. He's going to cause war with Russia. And look what Biden's doing. You know, Obama's giving him instruction through that earpiece, right? He even said so in an interview. I'm sure I have it up. It's a video short, or maybe it's in one of my other videos. I'm not sure, unless YouTube takes it down. They may have already. I don't even really keep up with it anymore. Guys, if you're still in the city, you should consider leaving. I know it's going to be an adjustment, but at least in places like this, you can grow some food if you have to. Right now, they're starting to get their talking points circulated on how people in the city who grow their own food in their yard leave a far larger carbon footprint than commercially grown food. It won't be long before your blue-haired lesbian neighbors start protesting outside in front of your house saying, "You're destroying the planet, you're destroying the planet." You know, next thing you know, you're going to be standing in a bread line. I support Trump. I don't care what anybody says. How can you defend a president like Joe Biden who has the borders wide open? They're catching terrorists left and right and turning them loose. They were some of the people that attacked those cops in Times Square, and they let them off without bond. They flipped the camera off. And then what happens when you get a rapper like Killer Mike? Black man, left the plantation. He wouldn't endorse Biden. Next thing you know, after the Grammys, the police arrest him. For what? Battery? Now, battery is spitting on somebody, maybe bumping them, even touching them. Aggravated battery is hitting somebody, leaving a mark. So when they say battery, he could have just bumped into somebody. He got arrested for that. Some security guard. There's not a whole lot going on in the mainstream about that. They're weaponizing the justice system more now than ever. You know, for those of you that don't have the resources to leave the city, at least stockpile some water. You know, get some canned goods, something, you know. Uh, I don't believe this election's going to happen. Uh, I don't really have a whole lot of confidence in that Abbott in Texas. I know he's doing that thing where he's got all them truckers down there right now, but I personally believe it's a distraction. He's a part of the World Economic Forum. You guys know what that is, right? You know, those globalist elites who think that they know better than you do. I don't know, man. We are going to be seeing some very, very terrible things happening very soon. There's a sheriff's convention that just let out. Doug and Stacy was talking about it. They're bracing for terrorist activity. The lights are going out. You're being replaced, even though the left will tell you that that replacement theory is racist, but yet they go ahead and they talk about how, well, you know, Europeans are going to be in the minority. Yay! You know what I mean? And they let people in from shithole third world countries that's going to just come in unchecked. They don't even have to have work visas now. They could go across the border. They can take a job. And now, you know, how are you going to feed your family if you're looking for work? How's the economy where you're at? You know what I mean? These people don't care about you. I'm going to batten down the hatches. I actually got another job. You know, the economy in some of these small towns are pretty rough. And if you can get one, you're not going to get a whole lot of hours. So really, you know, I mean, I'm not working for gas money. I actually got a decent paying job now. And I'm just going to stockpile. I'm going to get this rain catchment system put in with these IBC totes. I want to put something up to show you guys how you can do it. I've noticed that they've been spraying the skies a lot here lately, man. You guys following this geoengineering? I know I'm going over a lot in this video. It's been a while, so I'm kind of rambling, but there's a lot to go over, man, because it's all connected. They're going to make the soil so it's almost unusable in rural areas like this. I got to kind of wonder if how my crops are going to go this year. I mean, I'm going to actually be able to plant some, but they're spraying this aluminum and barium in the air. There's cattle, goats, sheep. When they give birth, they're having difficulty with the young ones getting up and walking. It has to do with this crap they're spraying in the air. Guys, you need to vote Trump. And I'll tell you something. I don't know. They're going to end up doing something. There's going to be a state of emergency. The way the laws are written as far as whatever person is in the White House, as long as there's a state of emergency, like nationwide, whoever's in the White House can maintain control of the White House until they determine it's safe, because you know they love you to death, to lift the state of emergency. They don't even have anybody that'll run. I don't believe it's going to be Big Mike, Michelle Obama. I think they're going to try to install Gavin Newsom. I mean, and look at him. The only time he cleans up his city is when they have some communists from China stop by. I believe the country's gone. You've got a lot of really, really, really stupid, confused people out there that, you know, they don't like Trump because they've been programmed. And there's not a whole lot you can do about that. It's not within our power to change the way anybody thinks. If this country has to fall for a little while, then let it fall. When the lights go out, just make sure your stockpile is looking okay. You know what I'm saying? They got away with stealing one election, and I don't believe they're going to try to do it again, because now people are going to be a little more, what do you call it, observant. They're going to do another tactic now. This disease X you've been hearing about, I believe, you know, they're going to roll something out. They claim that, well, they know it's out there. They just don't know what region it's going to pop up in. But they're working on a vaccine. How the hell can you work on a vaccine for something and you don't know if it's out there? You sure it is. You don't know where it's at, but you got it covered. Man, you Second Amendment types out there, just stockpile when the lights go out. You know, I mean, I hope you get along with your neighbors okay. I hope, you know, you can establish some sort of, you know, peaceful community for a little while until we get the lights back on. But I believe there's going to be an attack on the grid. They're going to try to shut the lights off so we can't communicate with each other. There's going to be things happening all around you. And man, I'm telling you, I wouldn't be surprised if you had people parasailing in like they were in Israel. You know, we need Trump. And then we need somebody strong to follow him, you know, in after him. We only have 4 years of him if we get him in. If this is a legitimate election, that's why everything that they're saying about this guy, man, they say he's responsible for everything under his presidency, unless it was good. And of course, the Democrats are going to say, well, it's because, you know, that was us. That was us. Yeah, of course. Man, I want to put out, I've got some footage from the Department of Defense back in '05 talking about releasing a virus. So when they vaccinate for it, they're going to vaccinate for something that can improve behavior. All right. I know. Sounds crazy, right? It just starts to make me believe, you know, that everything since I was a child that I've been taught was a lie, you know. And if it comes down to me and mine, I'm going to protect me and mine. And you guys should protect you and yours. You should make some peace with some of your neighbors now, because this isn't something that we're going to be able to do alone, you know. But if it comes a time where there is some sort of a civil war that, you know, kicks off on our soil, man, do what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? These people, there's gun grabs in Illinois. I told my wife that was coming. She said that I was crazy, but now she sees that I'm right. I don't know why I'm able to see things like that before they happen, but it's why I left the city. They're pulling that over in Virginia right now. They've got a few other states. I mean, these gun registries or whatever, it's crazy. They want the high capacity magazines. They don't want you to have them. It's because they plan on outgunning you. They want to be able to take your guns. They want to be able to take your property. They're talking about making heat pumps like what I got on this house illegal. They want to they want to upgrade, push for an upgrade to an electric furnace. So once you're all on a grid, they can shut the lights out on you. Make sure you can't cook. They make sure you can't heat your house. They're going to disarm you, make sure you can't protect your family. Then they're going to flood your country with terrorists. And if you defend yourself, it's because you're a racist. Man, guys, you know, if I had nothing but love for you, I wouldn't be putting this stuff up. As I said before, I will never monetize this channel ever again. I just want to pass along, you know, information, my 2 cents. I know I hate to come out with gloom and doom, but damn it, we need to wake up. There's a lot of very, very, very confused and evil people out there, you know, who they're just brainwashed, man. They're just sheep. Sodom and Gomorrah is going to burn once again. That's us. And maybe we deserve it for letting it get this far out of hand. Good times creates weak people. You know what I mean? And right now I see a lot of that. I talked to a friend of mine up there at this auto place that I work at right now. And we both talk about how we wonder if there's enough good people left to turn the country around. And I mean, I know there are good people everywhere, but that's a good question. Is there enough of us? All I got to say is when the shit hits the fan, man, anybody comes to my door looking to take anything of mine, I'm not even going to open the door, man. I'm just going to open up right through it. Will they get off a shot? Probably. Will I go down? Probably. But I'll tell you something, if they think they're going to make news out of people like us, then people like us need to make news out of them. You know what I mean? I never thought in my lifetime I would see something like this happen. That E. Jean Carroll, what she did to Trump. What was that, a kiss? That ugly, evil, deranged old Muppet. I've seen pink-haired pictures of her. She's a drug user. She's a liar. They're just trying to discredit him, but it's not going to work. They drive his numbers up. Even blacks are starting to support him more overwhelmingly, because for a justice system that seems to be set up against even them, you know, I mean, if you get busted for drugs, then you're just an idiot, right? So don't blame racism for that, okay? But now they're using it as a tool of control. Now just challenging the regime can have you canceled, can have you erased, can get you into tax trouble all of a sudden out of the blue. Arm yourselves. And, you know, don't lose your head. Just be cool. Have a wait and see attitude, you know. It's better to be armed and not need it than to need it and not have it. I think I blew off enough steam on this video. So guys, I got some chickens to hang out with. I got the day off, so I'm going to put together another video, maybe following this one shortly, about that VMAT2 gene. I'm telling you, these inoculations are not what they say they are. So until the next video, this is Lonnie from the Justice Appalachian Homestead, and we'll holler at you later.